it on the mic.
People who have taken it, excuse me. The people who have taken it are going to die in the next 6 months to 3 to 5 years.
Wow.
For 3 reasons. Number one, you've dramatically decreased your own immune system by 35%. The first jab did it by at least 15. The second did it by 35 now. If you take any booster shot, you will die.
Wow.
That's it. To donate
I think this video is fake. Welcome back to the False Line Podcast here with episode 145, the best podcast in the world. We are here with Zachary Wooten and a familiar face, Eric Carrillo.
I know y'all miss me.
And our special guest here, Angel DJ Suavesito.
DJ Suavecito.
That's what I said.
He had to drag it out, you know?
That's
They had to
what
drag
I said.
that out.
But we're here. We got the full crew. We got a guest. I mean, the table's kind of small, but we'll make it work. How you feel coming back?
I feel good, man. It was I was only out 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. That's it. And y'all make it seem like I was out for 6 years and shit. They're like, "But we miss you, so and so." I have all these people commenting and saying that they bring the funny guy back. I guess so. I like, man, I guess I'll come back. For those of you asking or wondering, I only took some time off so I could spend some time with my family. But we just kind of still gonna do it. Oh, you're lifting the glass up, you fat ass. And then not you, him.
Oh, so muscular, bro.
I won't be leaving no more. Hopefully, if everything goes good. So
Yeah, I mean, he just seen that our TikTok started blowing up, and he wanted to come back.
Yeah,
yeah,
so
well, it blew up, but it didn't blow up as much as mine did. So, do you
That
have
was
as
a long
many?
time
Do you have as
ago.
many views as I did?
That was a long time
Okay,
ago.
thank you.
Yeah, well, you got a big head, so.
Yeah, so
So we have here Angel. We're gonna talk a little about what things are going on in the world and his career. And you're a DJ. How long you been a DJ for?
I've been in the DJ music business for just celebrated my 25th year.
25
Dang,
years.
that's how old I am,
I'm
bro.
23.
Yeah. Y'all was babies whenever I started
I
in
was
the game.
just born.
Damn.
damn.
Yeah.
Before we kind of get into that,
He's old, bro.
you said what?
He didn't look like he's old.
I know, I thought he was like 37, bro.
So with right now, I mean, we've been kind of trending on TikTok the last few days. I've told Zach about it. I told you about it. I mean, just telling Angel, and it's all been about just the video of the shot, the vaccine.
The vaccine.
And a lot of people have a lot to say about it, bro. The comments are kind of it gets people going. Like
Most people are on my side.
Well, most people are on people's side who don't have the vaccine. I'm like, wait, I'm glad you got the vaccine.
Me and Angel actually got the vaccine.
Oh.
Hey, you want to...
Yeah.
Me and Eric actually had to do a thing.
I forgot.
That we gotta...
Yes, my son is
Okay,
born,
I mean
reborn
that
again.
kind of initiates the conversation. Angel, what do you
got the
think
vaccine?
about
Well,
this?
yeah,
When did you get
I
it?
did.
Did you get it when it first came out?
No, I got it. Actually, originally I was supposed to get the Johnson & Johnson one because I only wanted to do the one shot. And then right when I was going to do that, you know how they took it off the market for that week or two, and then they brought it back. So I ended up having to do the Pfizer one, which they got FDA approved, today or yesterday? And my thing about it is, you know, people's preference is who it is. I mean, if you want to get vaccinated, that's fine. I think the biggest issue is people just don't want to be told what to do. I think that's why a lot of people don't want to get the vaccine. Because you feel like, okay, it's, you know, I'm serious.
And that's him. I feel like
I'm
that's
serious.
probably
I'm serious. I
him.
think, honestly, I think just because people just don't want to be told what to do. I mean, to each is their own, but I mean.
That's him. Any kind of authority figure tells him
Right.
anything, he just blows up.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Respect my authority. No, I'm kidding.
You said authority.
But
Well,
that's my
Did
take
you
on
feel
it.
any
Seriously.
different whenever you got it?
You know, I was at that time. The big thing was when you got the second shot that you know you were going to feel the effects when you got the second one. Really, the only effect I had was when I got the first one. My arm was sore about 2 or 3 days after that for about a day or two, and that was pretty much it. But I didn't get no side effects of some people that have been experiencing that. You know, I didn't get that.
But yeah.
I mean, mine was the same thing, just sore. I kind of
You got
felt
the
just,
Johnson & Johnson, though.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
felt just tired and fatigued for like 2
That's the one
days.
you're not supposed to get though. Apparently.
Right, yeah.
Bro, like to me.
But it's crazy that you were talking about the vaccine. Do you see that video that's going viral right now?
Which one?
With that professor or whatever who he said if you get the vaccine you're literally gonna die.
Hold on.
You know
like,
what I'm talking about?
explain the video.
Explain it.
I seen it, but I didn't pay too much attention to it. And it's blown up on Facebook. I'm sure you've seen it, but you've never clicked the actual video.
Is it a girl professor?
I think it's a guy professor.
Oh, I saw a
So
video with
it's
a girl.
just
And it's
saying,
going
like-
viral right now. He literally
A professor from where? What school?
from somewhere. I don't know. I just clicked on it and I didn't get a chance to look at it. You can actually look it up.
I'm about
probably.
to.
And he
He's about to
literally
do that.
says for everybody who got the vaccine, it's already scientifically proven that if you got it, I'm not saying it's true, but that's what they're saying. He said you're literally gonna. pass
Everybody
away.
has their.
Right.
What do you say? What's the word I'm looking for? The conspiracies about
Their
what's going to
theories,
happen with
yeah.
the vaccine. That now some people say, oh, they're inserting you with a chip and you just don't know it, and you know all this other stuff, and you're going to turn into a zombie, and you know just everybody's always. You hear so much on social media, you know, and all that. It just, you know. If you get vaccinated, cool. If you don't, that's like I said, just your preference. But I've seen a lot of people who haven't got vaccinated and they got sick, and then they're coming out saying, "I wish I would have got vaccinated." Because people that are vaccinated can still catch the virus, but from what they're saying, that the effects are not as bad.
Severe, yeah.
They're not so. That's a big misconception. A lot of people think just because you get vaccinated, you can't get it. No, you can still get it.
But see, the issue is that the media made it seem like you get the vaccine, you won't get COVID.
Right.
And that's kind of what the perception was, like, I'm not going to get COVID, I got vaccinated. And I was joking around. I was in Chicago this past weekend. And I showed, put your mask on, whatever. And I was just fucking around like, no, I got my vaccine. Like, I don't need a mask. But I was just being funny. And then now the media is saying, if you're vaccinated, you still need a mask. You,
Right.
At the airports, even if you're masked, I mean, even if you have the vaccine, you still need a mask. I go to the stores, they have all those signs. And that kind of gives me a confusion and trust, like the distrust with the government. I'm just like, you guys said if we got vaccinated, you guys made it seem like we were going to be good, you know?
Well, is that how you think, Zach? Like if being or taking the vaccine, meaning like they're making, like the government's making you do it? Is that how you
Yeah,
kind of take that as like that?
Yeah,
I can
it's-
understand it.
It's
though.
like I think I don't know. They're just trying to make everybody fall in line with so they can take over everything. Like they want you to do this or you can't do this, and then the way like my religion is in the Bible, it talks about this exact thing. Like they're gonna make you get the mark of the beast.
Let me ask you something because I
What?
had time to think about it. If social media did not bring it up, would you still think that?
Bring what up?
Well,
Like the mark of the beast? Because I feel like that's
Oh,
why a
yeah.
lot of people started talking about
No,
it.
but a lot of people already knew that. Like if you already like studied it, like me, I used to be a real religious person. I used to be real religious. I've already knew about like what the mark of the beast is, what kind of how is it gonna come into the actual world, like through a shot, through other various stuff. Like the vaccine that people don't know nothing about, that came out just quick, just like that. That's like saying, oh, that's the mark of the beast right there, kind of thing. But that's just my religion. Kind of
Yeah.
thing. I bet that's what his
yeah,
religion is.
I
too.
think social media, like even in biblical times, I think social media was always meant to exist. Mark of the beast wouldn't be known if it wasn't for social media.
Yeah.
So the prophets back then had to know the mark of the beast. The word of the mark of the beast has to get out somehow.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was already prophesied that something, maybe not social media literally, but something like it had to exist for the mark of the beast to be introduced. Which this might not be the mark of the beast,
Yeah.
but I don't want it to be.
Yeah,
And
me neither do I.
then get it and then be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's that. Just
I'm really trying to find this fucking video.
I know. I really want you to. If I guess I'll ask Angel first. If you were in a power right now, whether you were the president or the governor of Texas, what kind of route would you take? And I don't say it like in a like. I don't want people to think like, oh, like he's being this. I just want your perspective on how. I want to hear everybody's perspective too.
As far as what, the vaccine?
It looks something like this.
Oh, I did see
Let me
that.
see.
I
It
did
looks
see
like
that.
That's like a screenshot of the video. You gotta find the video.
Oh, I saw that link, but I didn't click on it because I didn't think anything of it. Yeah, because it
Damn.
didn't look interesting.
Interesting. But
Are you talking about the vaccine?
well,
Or just how to handle the whole- this whole COVID situation,
Like right
period?
now, like this is the second wave or the second whatever.
Right.
How would you handle it now that what happened last year?
Well, of course, now this is the new way, the Delta variant. What I would do is, I think that they're just trying to. I think there's a lot of false information out there. I really do, and I think that if more people are educated, including, let's just say myself, if I was empowered like that, I need to educate myself, because you want to put out more truthful information than just putting on what social media is telling you or what rumors are or what somebody's thinking or, you know, whatever, this and that. You know, because that would be me. Yeah. I would want to make more, how do you say, I would want to be more clarity and education about this virus, the whole pandemic. I mean, all of this stuff, because I think they still don't know what to do with this. Because back in the early days when flu came out, I mean, this was the same thing. It was the same thing. So that's what I would do, would want to educate and true facts.
And what about like the whole social distancing, the mask, and then the capacity levels? What about that?
I think that there is some truth to that, because the social distancing, because I've seen people where one person or the whole household has it and then that one person didn't. I've seen that so many times where, you know, I'm say for instance, all three of you guys have it. Let's just say we in here,
Well,
but I
you
did,
had
but I'm saying I didn't. So how was that possible? Because we were all.
I mean,
together.
that is kind of what happened with Eric.
Right.
Like, he had it, and then me, Zach, or Nick, we didn't get it.
And we were right beside him.
I don't even know how I got it.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing like outside of work.
I have a friend of mine who was the same way. His wife and his 3 daughters had it, and he was fine. He didn't have it at all. Mind you, they all live in the same household.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what really just trips me out is how can you be in your social distancing? Okay, well, how is that really working if you know this one out of 10 people in that whole bunch and only 2 of them didn't, but the other 8 did? How's that? You know. And I think that's part of the immune system, how your immune system is. There's a lot of different variances that go into that.
Like, I feel like people who have like weak immune systems or like weak,
Compromised.
like stuff in their body, they're more prone.
They're more prone to
get
fight
it.
this virus.
Yeah, and to get it too.
I agree with that.
So
That's crazy, and it's crazy how like right now the people like you see it on Facebook how they're saying the hospital beds are filling up, and
That part's scary to me.
That is scary
like,
because
there's nothing at all.
they're
That's
making
like,
emergency rooms to ICU units. That's they're making emergency rooms into that. And that to me is scary. That's really scary.
Like here in Texas too. Here in freaking McLennan County,
yeah,
so that the hospitals are already full.
We're high. We're high.
yeah,
Our
I know
hospitals
here in Waco, we're pretty fucking lit.
Yeah, we're high.
Yeah, if you have like a car wreck or anything, you're like fucked.
Your
Pretty
hospital
much.
room is the ambulance. After that,
Pretty
that's
much.
it,
Pretty
basically.
much.
So I mean, with that being said, like, do you think people should be wearing masks?
That's why I love living in Texas, because Governor Abbott's pretty much like, do what the fuck you want.
But then
And
again,
nobody can tell you
we
what to
have
do.
all these cases though.
Yeah, I don't like the mask because I have asthma and I cannot breathe with those masks on. So that's why I'm against masks. And technically, legally, I never had to wear one to begin with because I have a medical condition where I don't have to if I want to.
But you still wore it though.
But I did still wear it for my job's sake.
Right.
Yeah.
But I hate masks for that reason, and I don't think it. I'm sure masks work.
But nobody told you to catch asthma though.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't like wearing masks just because of the breathing aspect, and especially in Texas right now when it's hot, the mask will make it 10 times hotter.
Oh, I know,
very
it's
true.
annoying. I mean, it's a tricky situation.
And then going by what you said, I don't mean to, but Abbott, his perspective is, okay, we're all grown. We need to be more responsible for ourselves instead of somebody trying to mandate something.
Yeah.
That's his perspective on that.
Right.
Do I kind of agree with that? I mean, I do understand. I mean, he's right. At some point, everybody does have to be responsible for their own, But yeah, mask is. I mean, I do it because to be safe, and of course, our job requires it. But do I choose? Do I want to do it? No, but I do it for safety reasons. I'm starting to wear my mask a little bit more.
Yeah.
than what I kind of got laxed.
Yesterday actually for the first time.
Where?
At work.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, just because I had a customer who was wearing it, and they were up there, so like, okay, I guess I might wear it.
A lot of people
Might as well
coming in.
get used to it. We went to the mall today. Me and my girl went to the mall today. Like, everybody was wearing masks.
Put
Like,
your mic up
mainly
higher to your
everybody.
face.
Are you talking about this part?
Well, both. Like, get it with the mic closer to your mouth.
But I mean, this whole thing is just.
Yeah. It's
This
just
is a world.
weird-
This is a life-changing thing that
Yeah.
nobody would ever thought.
It's weird.
in
It's
our
a weird
lifetime that
situation.
something like that would happen.
And like right now, I don't know if you have any friends that posted on Facebook like that are like going off like saying y'all need to wear y'all's masks. Like,
Yeah.
I have a lot of people on Facebook are like it's so stupid how people just don't want to, or it's just so stupid how people don't want to get the vaccine. Like it's just a shot. just get the fucking shots, so and so. Like they're blowing up.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they probably had like a family member who got real sick and passed away, so and so from COVID, and they're like, they just had enough. Like I've had so many people on Facebook post stuff like that. It's crazy. I'm kind of scared. I'm like,
I've had 3 close family members in the past year.
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, died from
I-
COVID. Well,
Do you
there
think-
was
do you
underlying
think-
symptoms too.
You know how the way the world is, they know how to kind of like, kind of cheat their way around things. You think people are gonna making fake vaccine cards?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of
They
course.
caught a whole bunch of people. They caught somebody doing that.
Oh, for
They
real?
caught people doing that.
Because it's just a little card, right?
Yeah,
There's nothing that they
Well,
can-
because you go to New York and all that, and they're talking about, well, you can't go to the gym, you can't
Yeah,
do all this
without your vaccine.
card, and so people are making them or
and
fake
this is a
making.
little fake plastic, like
Yeah,
plastic
just
My
paper
customer
card,
had
right?
one the other day. It's just a paper card with literally handwriting on it.
Yeah.
For real?
That's it.
You can sign it, and you can be like a doctor, be like, okay, well, you're vaccinated.
Yeah,
That's
they
fine.
didn't even put. Like, they should put like a little. Well, not they should, but
Some kind of like stamp or something
You
official.
Yeah,
you
or
can
like
get it on
something
your
to scan.
phone on like your on
Is that what you do?
on iPhone
Is that what
like
you
a
have?
wallet. No, but I'm trying to figure. I need to figure out how to do it. But like, I know you can. Like you put your information and then like you can have your COVID card on your,
Did it
wallet.
cost money to get the vaccine?
No, it's free.
It's free?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's trying to get the card so he can do fake ones too.
Why you better get it too, Eric?
No, I would never get it. I would only get it if they said it's mandatory to leave anywhere and go do anything, like go visit family
I still
or
wouldn't get it.
anything crazy.
You know,
You want to stop you from seeing your son? You wouldn't get it?
Why would I stop? Why would it stop me from
Or,
seeing my
they,
son?
or just crazy, just for it's something stupid, dude. God damn.
Well,
let's
that's-
just say
that's
Yeah.
your
Yes.
son wasn't. Let's say you go to North. Where are you going? North or South Carolina?
North Carolina.
So you're going to North Carolina. In order to come back to Texas, you have to have the vaccine. If not, you're stuck. You're leaving in a few weeks, aren't you?
I would tell my son,
Wait, what?
My kids would come to North
But
Carolina.
what if they can't?
They would be able to. Texas is different. They don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying. It's just a.
What if they
It's just
can't?
one of those.
I would have.
What would you rather?
It would
sort of
have
thing.
to be.
God damn.
It would have to be in that moment for me to, because that's like my religion.
Yeah.
So like, if I get it, I'm going to hell.
No,
Pretty
you're
much.
not.
No, I'm saying like that's
Okay.
the choice I would have to make. If I get this, am I going to hell, or do I want to be with
I
my
would
son? Like
pray about it, bro.
that would be a tough decision for me.
Bro, I said
I
like
feel like
this
it would
when I
be-
took the vaccine.
I would be getting tested.
Yeah, 'cause
I
you
feel like
said-
it would be a
I
test.
still think it's so funny how one day you were
Shut the fuck up.
It was fun. Did we talk about it already?
We already
we
talked
haven't
about it.
we haven't talked about
we
that
are-
how against it he was at
No,
first.
No, we already talked about
no,
that.
we didn't. But
On the
Angel hasn't heard
podcast
that.
we had.
Okay, but Angel hasn't heard
Okay.
about it. So we were at.
I
we were
actually
driving.
talked to Angel
We were-
before I took the
we were
vaccine
driving.
that same day.
He was in my passenger
Yes,
seat.
you did.
I did.
He was
did.
in my passenger seat, and he said, "Bro, my girl wants me to get the vaccine, bro." And I said, I looked quick. I said, "You gonna get it?" He said, "Fuck no,
I
I'm not
said,
gonna get
nah.
it."
I said, nah,
He
fuck
said, no,
that.
No. He said, "Yeah, fuck no, I'm not gonna get it. Nah, hell no, I'm not gonna get that. Why would I get that?" And then like
The
a
next
day
day.
later,
The next day.
the next day, he literally
I
comes
think I'm
to
gonna
my
get the
office.
vaccine.
He said, I think I'm gonna get the vaccine, bro.
Bro, but it's because I started talking to people and I was like
Your girl.
reading stuff.
Well, I told you my story why I got it, right?
Yeah,
Why?
like
Why'd you get it?
The reason why I got it, my father lives
Why are
with
you
me.
a devil worshiper looking at?
Nah,
Nah, why'd you get it for?
Se que
What?
saquen diablo. No.
Why are you laughing? You don't even know what you just said.
I have no idea, but I know he said Diablo. That means hot, right?
All he heard was Diablo.
That means hot.
Or devil.
The only reason I got it was my father lives with me. He's 73 years old, going on 74, and he doesn't have any health problems. He of course, as you get older, you get arthritis and all that, but health wise, he's fine. Well, that man has never been scared of anything, but when COVID hit, he started watching Fox News. He started keeping up with it, and it's like it spooked him. COVID spooked him. So when the vaccine came out, we had a conversation. He's like, "Well," he goes, "I'll do it if you do it." I wanted him to be safe, and that was his decision. He wanted to do it. So that was kind of a deal I made for him. I said, "Okay." And plus, me being out as a public figure, as a DJ, as a radio personality, you don't ever know who you're going to run into. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons why I did it. That's the reason.
So would you say that if just for say if your dad didn't live with you, would you have gotten it still?
I'm still on the fence. I mean, yes and no. I probably would have just as to be safe, just for peace of mind. I
But
guess.
have you heard? And I don't like to. I mean, I don't get mad at you guys for getting the vaccine. I don't get mad at nobody for getting it because it's to his or own or whatever. But have you know how about people who've had the vaccine are still catching COVID?
Yeah.
He
Like-
literally was just talking about that like 10 minutes ago.
Oh shit!
Do you not pay attention?
I don't pay attention. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just crazy.
Well, the symptoms are not, and I'll close person that's to me, I don't want to put person on blast, but was vaccinated, got it, has underlying conditions of like upper respiratory infection and stuff like that, but and got the infusion as well, which helped basically keep this person from going to the hospital.
Damn.
But like you said, the symptoms were not as severe. You know, that was I think the biggest symptom was the headache and nausea. That's pretty much. Well, and of course she lost taste and smell. But you know, but it wasn't.
It's like any vaccine.
But
The flu
the
vaccine.
oxygen levels were fine. Like it didn't have trouble breathing or anything like that. So, you know.
I wonder if there's any country or any like little kind of like place town that hasn't experienced COVID at all.
No, everybody
You know?
has. It's worldwide.
But
think so?
they control it. Some of these other countries
Like,
control it a lot better than we
you know
do.
how like Canada,
Yeah.
they said that they control that shit like that.
Australia, some of these other countries that
Alaska.
you don't, they are on point on how they control it.
Yeah, but see, we don't give a fuck here. That's the issue.
That's because
Well, it's not that we
people
don't,
in
but-
America are like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Everybody's just like, fuck it.
Well, like I said at the very
They
beginning,
don't wanna
because
be
nobody
told.
exactly nobody wants to be told what to do.
It's because we're so used to being free
Yeah.
and having all these rights, and for somebody to like come in and say, actually, you've been living their life like this, but now we want you to do this. Everybody's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
At the
That's-
same time, I feel like they are like that because they haven't. I'm not saying they haven't, but some people haven't experienced like what it's like to have COVID or a family member that has passed away.
See, I
due to
haven't
COVID.
I haven't dealt with anything personal like that, other than the guy at work who passed away.
Yeah.
That's the closest person to me that's passed away from COVID.
I had an
and I
uncle
didn't even really know him that
Christmas Eve. I had a cousin after that. Then I had another uncle probably about a month and a half ago.
But they all old.
But they were
older.
No, they were older. They were still they weren't even 50 yet.
Oh,
But, you know, it was just a domino effect of how it
Yeah.
happened. You got COVID, then it turned into pneumonia, and then it usually always happens that way. It's usually you get COVID, you get over, and then it turns into pneumonia, and then from there it's
well. Downhill.
yeah. I mean, your body can't handle it.
Put that video on the mic.
I found the video by the way.
Yeah. We're going to skip the Afghan part.
Okay.
Why?
We went a little long on this, and I don't want to miss out too much on Angel. What is that saying? I want to hear it. Put it on the
He
mic.
People who have taken it, excuse me. The people who have taken it are going to die in the next 6 months to 3 to 5 years.
Wow.
For 3 reasons. Number one, you've dramatically decreased your own immune system by 35%. The first jab did it by at least 15. The second did it by 35 now. If you take any booster shot, you will die.
Wow.
That's it. You take a flu shot in the future, you will die. The second reason, antibody-dependent enhancement. Antibody-dependent enhancement is what is happening with these jabs with everybody who has taken them. Unless, of course, you've taken a placebo, but there's no way that you would know that. So given that fact, antibody-dependent enhancement tricks the entire body into believing that the cell that's eating the pathogen is eating it when it isn't. It ends up leading to what's called a cytokine storm, which causes organ failure. That will cause your death, and there's no stopping that. No amount of drugs will stop that. The third thing, blood clotting. Everyone who has taken the jabs is blood clotting. If you don't believe me, there's a way you can find out. Take what's called a D-dimer test. What that does is that detects blood clotting at the microscopic level. They're cutting full blood clots out of people right now. As I'm talking to you, millions have died from the jabs. In your last meeting, you advocated for people to take the jabs potentially in the future,
It's only 2 minutes.
along with wearing masks. And I heard parents say the same thing. So to the parents who are actually considering jabbing their own children, you're going to sterilize them permanently. People who have taken the jabs are sterilized. 80% of women who have been jabbed have lost their children in the first trimester. You can't have kids. You've also injected yourself with the equivalent of HIV. You can now no longer breastfeed, donate blood, donate organs, donate blood plasma, nor bone marrow. If you don't believe me, try to donate blood and blood plasma and find out what happens. You will be denied. Unless, of course, you live in California, in which case they're allowing people to donate
I think this
toxic
video's
blood
fake.
with spike proteins in
Why?
it. The jabs
The
create
audio.
spike proteins.
Where is he getting this information is what I want to know.
He's a professor apparently. I'm not saying it's true, but
Snapping
let it play
your
out.
RNA in half. You are no longer a human anymore. You are something else. And you are susceptible to countless diseases. Now, here's what's going to happen in the future very quickly.
If it is real.
You have 15 seconds.
Great.
From a
I don't know
different-
what percentage of your staff has taken the jabs, but your school is going to close. You will not stay open. You will close because they will fall ill and they will die. That will happen in all of your buildings. It's already
All right,
happening.
thank you, sir.
I bet it is. It's already happening.
Sure.
Good luck,
Thank
because
you.
nothing can stop what's
Thank
coming.
you, sir.
That guy is sinister, bro.
I know.
He's a
good.
negative Nancy.
He's
But
scared so many
I mean, how do
people.
how do you know where if he's false or not? He
He's
may be
Yeah.
right. He may be not.
Dr. Sean Brooks, PhD in Oxford.
But that's what I'm saying. Where is he getting his info from? Where does he have to back that up?
Yeah, probably.
That's my
nothing.
thing.
My like I said, my biggest thing that video is I think it looks fake. I think it was definitely tampered.
Can
The
you
audio.
get it? I don't have an iPhone 12.
No, the audio is so
Look at
like perfect.
Perfect.
It's
Yeah.
too perfect. It sounds like the guy's reading something, and he found a clip to match. I'm just saying that's how I see it. It's definitely scary though. I'll say that. It definitely
Very.
spooked the fuck out of me.
I wonder-
But
I think the one part I agree with is it weakens your immune system because that lady with the cancer I was telling you about,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
came back. Or I don't think it weakens your immune system. It just does something to your immune system. But I don't know. That's all hearsay. I don't know shit. I'm not a doctor, and I don't know
Me
if
either.
anything I talk about is true. It's just my opinion. So I
the
don't-
vaccine could be God sent. We don't know.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm just kidding.
that video is spooky though.
It is.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
For you guys, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. Not to touch.
No, but I definitely think it's fake. But
It could be. You never know.
I think it might be real, but he probably is just
Trying
like
to scare
a
a lot of
hearsay.
people.
I think there's truth and
Just-
false to that video.
Yeah, scare tactic.
Yeah.
I think that's enough talking about the COVID and the vaccine
Yeah.
today.
Let's
It's a
what
good-
I want to
it's a
do,
good topic.
yeah,
Interesting
what I want to
topic.
do is I want to get to know more about Angel and have the people who listen and watch know more about Angel and what he does and all the side kind of hustles and businesses he
we want to
does.
know who DJ Suavecito is.
Yeah, basically. First off, I seen your hat, Passionate Riders. Is that anything that you do, or is that
That is
that's
the
just a hat that you bought?
No, that's
at
the
flea
car club
market?
that I am part of.
Oh,
That is
for real?
yeah, that's the lowrider car club that I'm part of. Yeah.
Ooh,
Did you see that video on
Yeah.
Facebook? The videos?
Which one? I think I've seen a
Live.
couple of them.
Maybe
Yeah.
were they on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
live.
Yeah.
I can't remember if somebody showed them to me or they were on
Yeah.
Facebook. But it was lit, bro. I was like, damn, Angel was out there. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Are you texting your girl?
No.
Elle, are you serious right now?
God damn.
Are you fucking kidding me, Elle?
Shit.
Damn it.
You can't wait 1 hour.
Ah.
Fuck. Anyways, that car club. Did you start that?
No, I did not. Was started about 26 years ago by a man named Juan Chavez.
Damn.
Ooh.
This is back in the gas.
That's a long time ago.
Back in the
How'd you
day.
find out about it?
How old are you?
I am 40.
Oh, that's not that
Proudly.
old. Okay, that's not that old.
That's not that
I'm
bad.
not
40
I'm not-
something.
Yeah, I'm good.
Damn.
I'm not afraid for my age. I'm not afraid
Anyways,
of-
Because he
how'd you
keeps on
find out
talking
about
about like
that club?
25, 26 years ago. I'm like, damn, how old are you? He's like 50 or something? Damn. That's not old though. 40's not old. Okay.
So how'd you find out about that club?
I've known about it for a long time, and then I actually got to meet the president, Juan, and some of the other members. And back in the day when I was in high school, I had a lowrider. I had a Regal in '83,
Damn.
and I just kind of, I guess, not necessarily a midlife crisis, but want to relive my youth. and I wanted another one, so I bought one this past year. I bought another.
Which one? That red one?
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
I
What,
bought
what
it.
kind is it?
It's a '78 Monte Carlo.
Ooh, I've been trying to buy that from him, but he don't want to sell it to me.
I wouldn't want to either. It's a
It's-
classic.
I told him I'd give him
It's-
$7,000
yeah.
for it.
He says $7,000.
You can probably go buy one for cheap and then just rebuild it yourself.
They're getting hard to find.
So you was like a cholo in high school?
What'd you say?
Mm,
Yeah, you
I
were.
wasn't that. Yeah, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say. I guess you want to say.
Mustache and
Yeah, it was like a cholo.
Hey, turned out the lights, man.
So you were into cars? I'm assuming.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been in the cars pretty much my whole life. My dad restored old cars and trucks as a kid. You know, and I would sit there and, you know, I was the one that held the light. Hold the light. You know,
Yeah.
and that's why I was. You know how that is. You know,
Yeah.
just hold the light, and you just learn. You know, after so many years and just watching for 8 hours holding the light and just.
Yeah.
I want to kind of, before we go into, I want to know something about your past life, like.
He had
'cause you're
another
a-
life?
Yeah, cause you're bitch, cause you're a shop foreman and you fucking like you're smart. You know everything about like cars and everything, and like What made you go into that industry, that business?
After high school, I wanted to go to college.
Did you play sports in high school?
I played football and basketball. Yeah, I did.
Ooh.
I did in middle school. High school, I really didn't. In high school, I got into the Job Corps program. I was ready to work. I was ready to make money. So I went to, when I got to my junior year, I got into the co-op program. So I would go to school half a day and then go work. And then.
Where'd you work at?
I worked at HEB. That was where I worked.
That's
when I
typical.
first. Yeah.
High school job.
But I got into cars because I've always just, like I said, grown up with my dad and you know, a lot of background in my family, you know, that have always been around cars and hot rods and all that kind of stuff. And it was a natural knack for me. But when I got out of high school, I got into the automotive industry. I was changing oil, believe it or not, you know, and that's kind of where I started. And then I just kind of worked my way up, you know, so many years. I learned from a lot of great people, a lot of shop foremans and service managers that, you know, over the last 20 years. And, you know, when you know something and that's all you know, and, you know, they always say, if you don't go to school, you got to learn some kind of trait. And that's what I know. And I mean, I mean, that's just a trait that I know. And I mean, and I learn every day just because with the technology that's coming out with these cars now, you know, compared to when I first started, you know, in the industry, everything is more mechanical. Now everything's more electrical and software and modules and stuff like that. So, you know, I learn every day. I learn every single day.
But you used to sell cars too, right?
I sold cars for 3 years.
Yeah,
I did. So I kind of wanted the experience of both sides of the playing field. So
probably helps a lot.
It does.
Both sides. You know what how both sides feel. Whatever. Yeah.
Ooh, imagine if you were like a shop foreman first and then went to selling cars. I bet you'd be a fucking good ass salesman.
Oh yeah, because you already know everything about the fucking car.
I mean, what kind of suspension is this? Like, oh, that's a Quadrilateral 4 with the 3-inch screws on each side type shit. You can tell them everything. You know.
But I appreciate y'all having me and.
Damn, nigga, it's at the end of the episode.
No, I'm just saying. Well, I'm saying I just you know, I just have been a long time coming. Seriously.
You can see the time on it.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. You know, we've been talking about doing this for a while.
You're going slow.
What are we on?
You were supposed to do it last week.
Yeah, I do apologize. We were supposed to do it last week.
Well, that
but
was my fault too.
Yeah, that kind of pissed me off.
I was off work for like 4 days, so and then he said, I was like, fuck, man, I really don't want to record tonight because I was off for 3 days, and he was like, me and Angel might just come record, and then he was like, Angel can't do it. I was like, fucking yes, that's awesome.
You were gonna record with Angel by himself?
Yeah, me and him.
While I was in there sleeping.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
I know. I was like, I'm glad they decided not to because I really wanted to be on the episode. I just did not want to record.
Yeah, but he ended up not sleeping. He ended up going to the pool tournament. You know that?
That was last Thursday, bitch. This was last Tuesday.
That was last Tuesday, bro.
There's no pool tournament on Tuesdays. I'll be there right now.
Ooh, they're about to have one. Trying to go? Look at that.
Bitch.
Were you always in Waco?
I grew up in Fort Worth, Texas. I came to Waco in '92. Yeah, in '92.
I wasn't even born in '92.
I wasn't even thought about
Man,
it.
you had a whole life before I was fucking born, dude. Damn.
The fucking fossil and shit. God damn. Are those new headphones? What happened to the other ones?
Those are mine.
Those are his.
Oh, you don't fuck with our headphones or what?
No, he said he needs
His are a little bit better. So Pioneer. Ours is off.
These are my studio ones that I use for my
Rockville
radio.
studio.
I'm just so used to them.
For the people who aren't listening, you also you have a radio station, don't you?
Yes, I work for-
Is it your radio station?
No, it's not mine. No.
Can't even get your own radio station?
I know.
What is it? It's something-
sorry ass. Can't even get his own radio station. Sorry ass.
What channel is it?
I am on Mondays 8 to 10 here in Waco on La Mejor 107.3.
107.3 Mondays from 8 to 10 in the morning or at night?
At night.
At night.
Obviously,
What do you
he's at work.
What do you
at
what do you
8 to
what do you
10.
do? What do you talk about?
We do well. It's more of a music show more than anything. We do Tejano music, which was real big in the '90s, which is still there here and there. It's
That's
more
Selena.
Like
Selena,
Selena,
too.
right?
Yeah.
And the Selena Lodinos?
Selena, David Ligada, Grupo Mas, stuff like that. You know, most of your main hitters. So I've been in radio for 8 years.
Oh.
Going on 8 years in radio. But I've been a DJ, mobile DJ, promoter, MC, whatever you want to call it.
So what'd you do first? Radio or DJ?
DJ.
That, obviously, he was just getting into that. He's
No,
been
he
in
wasn't.
radio for 8 years. He's been a DJ, and then you interrupted him.
Yeah.
So he was about to say how long he's been doing it.
Yeah. 25 years since I was 15. That's when I really got into doing this.
What made
real?
you want to be a DJ?
You know,
You know,
besides cars, I've always liked music, and my mom, as a kid, she was a big, she was singing karaoke. She was big, she loved music. And one day, I was at my brother and sister-in-law's house, and you know how it gets. You know, the weekends. You know, the girls kind of do their own thing. Guys are outside drinking beer, barbecue, and do whatever they do. And at the time, this was when CDs started coming in to play from tape to CD. I don't know if y'all remember the books of CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. My dad used to have one. Yeah.
So yeah, that's
I
the
wish
one.
my dad had one, but I don't have a dad. So
My dad had one.
So we were there was we had a little get together, and my brother had one of them old school Pioneer big old radio home stereos that had the 6 CD change player.
I think my
So I
sister one.
had all my CDs with me. So they were like, oh, so I just started playing music, just started playing hit after hit, and just and my sister-in-law was like, man, you should like be a DJ or something. And I was kind of like, I don't know. That night I was just kind of clicked on me, and I was like,
yeah.
okay,
Right.
Yeah.
all right.
You really just wanted to go play DJ at a quinceañera, sing out the bitches, right? That's the real reason why you.
I want to go to a quinceañera.
You ever been to? I was just gonna ask you. Never
Man.
go- I want to take.
They
you
get-
down.
they
Just go to a random one on Saturday.
They
You
get
can find
wild.
them.
Let's go to Mojo's, pull up at the Mojo's.
I've heard that you can literally just show up to one and they'll be like, "Hey,
Cousin
They don't know
Eddie.
who, they don't know who the fuck you are."
They got beer, drinks,
Yeah.
food, everything.
What's funny is usually at a quinceañera, the adults party more than the kids.
They do, literally.
That's usually how it is.
That's crazy.
That's pretty much 90% of what happens, and it never fails. That happens.
You still like play? Do you play at events and stuff?
I'm of course last year with COVID it killed me. I had to reschedule several events. We had to reschedule them several times to finally get them done, and then so this year I was catching up on a lot of them. But after Labor Day, I mean I'm booked almost every weekend through the rest of the year.
For like quinceañeras.
Yeah,
and
a lot
shit
of
like
private
that?
stuff, like weddings and quinceañeras and stuff like
There's
that.
a lot of DJs in Waco, like a lot.
There's good money in it too. I've heard.
I do a lot of stuff out of town because I don't just want to stay local. I mean, if you pay and I play, that's
What do you charge?
It depends on the event. I mean, it depends on the venue, how much equipment I have to bring, how long.
Do you have your own equipment?
Yes, I have my own. I have a 6x12 trailer with. I mean, it's updated. I recently just updated a lot of my stuff, because everything's going cell powered speakers, LED lights, all that kind of
So
stuff.
when you're a DJ, do you have to provide the speakers for the whole place or what?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to do all of that.
I mean that shit's expensive.
It's over the years I've built what I built.
Say, yeah.
I've put a lot of money in
I
a
would hate for
trailer.
somebody
And,
to steal it.
yeah, it's gonna be hard in my house. I'll tell you that now. It's hard, but
I got that 38 special.
So, what was do you remember like your first big gig?
Ooh.
When I first got into this, of course, I was with another DJ. Kind of being, I was kind of shadowing and kind of just learning. And it's kind of like with everything else. You kind of learn. You kind of go through some training and all that stuff. So I've been around a lot of DJs and a lot of radio personalities, and I just kind of see what I like from each one, and you just kind of make it your own. So every DJ's different. They do things different. Some do things this way, some do things that way. Everybody. That's what makes every DJ different, is their own estilo, their own style. So I just, for a couple of years, I kind of just shadowed and kind of kicked back, and just watched. And then from there, just kind of just emerged on my own. The first big gig I did was a wedding. And it was a little bit intimidating because, the spotlight's on you, you can make or break that party. A lot of people don't realize that and I've seen people where they'll spend all this money on a venue and then you want to go cheap with the DJ. Well, I've seen DJs ruin quinceañeras and weddings and stuff. I've seen DJs do that because they're just, but
what you pay for.
You pay for what you get. I'm going to tell you, good DJs ain't cheap and cheap DJs ain't good. That's just what that is, But I've seen a lot of people where they will go all out, spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a real nice, pretty venue, but you're gonna go cheap on entertainment.
Yeah.
Which that's the life of the party, really. Because the spotlight's on you. You're entertaining for 6-7 hours.
Yeah, there's been a lot of parties I've been at. I'm like, man, the music's kind of whack. I'm leaving.
Well, and you got some of them that they don't know how to sound. They don't know how to talk on the mic. You can be flashy and have all the lights and smoke and TVs and all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't mean nothing if you don't know your craft.
If the music ain't good.
It's not. You don't know. I mean, if you don't know your craft, that's the thing. And one of the big things that I deal with is, of course, you get undercut.
Yeah.
Like always. And that's fine. You can undercut me because I choose to do this. I don't have to do it. I charge what I charge because I know what I bring to the table.
Yeah.
I know what I bring. Just because your cousin has a speaker and a laptop, thinks he can play some music, that doesn't mean he's a DJ.
Don't fuck my cousin, right?
Yeah. But I'm saying there's a lot to it in what people think as far as knowing how to read your crowd, knowing your ins and outs, your cuts, knowing when to talk, when not to talk. I mean, there's an art form to this, just like you guys that sell cars. You got a process, right? And if but each one of y'all has your own knack of how to do it, how to get things done.
Except for Alvaro.
It's not about me right now.
I'm just kidding. Eric was about to say something.
But I mean,
it's-
but that's what I'm saying. You have your own way of selling cars. You do and you do the same thing. Everybody has their own way of doing it, and it's the same way with in our industry. It's the same way. Everybody has their own. Some people are not good at it, and some people are good.
So people who are listening, if you need a DJ, book your events with DJ. Do you have like a Facebook page
Yes,
or like anything like that?
you can go on my page, DJ Suavecito, on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok. I usually always post what's, typically I'll post what event I'm doing and kind of just, I'll post what my setup looks like so people can see different setups, for different venues and stuff like that. So, and I play all kind of music. Everybody just thinks I don't just play Tejano music. I do everything.
So I still
I was
want
gonna say, so if I booked you for like a wedding or something, would you play Mexican music or would it be like whatever? Do you play whatever kind of music?
Yeah, I play
You're not
everything.
playing Papa Roach and shit.
cut my life into pieces.
Play some Nirvana.
Shit like that.
Blink 182.
Okay. But it's kind of like, of course, obviously, whoever hires me, especially on a wedding or quinceañera, you got to cater to what they're hiring. Whoever's paying you, but at the same time, you also got to cater to the crowd too.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of play a little bit of everything.
So hold on, you didn't really talk about your first big gig at this wedding. How was that?
Oh, it was a wedding, and I'm telling you, man, I was like, it's like a first date with a girl, man. It's just you're nervous. You're just you don't want to make mistakes. You want to be good. You don't want to have something cut off on you. Speaker cut off or light cut off on you, or you don't want the music to stop for whatever reason. It was a small one, so it wasn't like in a big old venue. But of course, you have to make sure you have all their songs lined up, their walk-in song and first dance and all that. So you have to make sure you're on point with that because you only got one shot with that.
Yeah.
Because you can just totally mess that up. But I was really nervous, but I kind of just told myself, hey, you know what, you got this, and you had to basically give yourself, self-encouragement. And I got this, and I did. I had a couple little hiccups here and there, but nothing major that nobody noticed, but I did. And
How did you deal with like the drunk people? Be like, man, play this song, bro.
You do a lot of that when you do the clubs and bars, which
Yeah.
I don't really do too much of that anymore. Of course you did that back in the day when you go and get your name out there. It's funny because you can't negotiate with drunk people. You just can't. And because there's people out there that I don't care how old they are, they just can't handle their shit. They just cannot handle it. And I always tell people, if you can't handle it, don't do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I laugh. A lot of times I laugh, but if they're really annoying, I'm like, dude, like just let me be. Let me do what I do. Let me do what I do. And and a lot of times by that time, they're already just
Fucked up.
Yeah, they don't even care anymore.
At what point did you realize you're like, man, I'm a pretty good DJ?
Well, really, I mean, when you get booked. I mean, if you can continue to get booked and you stay booked, I mean, you're obviously doing something right. I mean, I have a lot of big clients that I do all of their stuff. I've done 4 or 5 events for different clients, the same ones that I've done their wedding and then their niece's wedding and then the cousin's quinceañera, and, they just know, oh, we got to go to DJ, recommend, of course, word of mouth and recommendation. I always, ask my clients, hey, if you feel like I deserve a good review, put it on my Facebook page so people can see it. I'm very professional at what I do. I don't drink and talk crazy on the mic and all that stuff. I don't do all that. When I'm at a gig. When I'm at a gig, I'm working. Because it's a special day. It's not about me. It's about who's hiring me for the.
So you don't drink at all? Not one little sip of beer?
Oh, I mean, I may have one here and there just to kind of get the nerves out. But I mean, I've seen some where, I mean, they're barely standing up. and then they're trying to make it about them. And I'm just like, nah.
The music's playing. Are you ready? Let's go. Yeah.
And then it switches to like something totally different, you go from to back that ass up, and just like, oh wow, you just did a 180 on that, and then you go trago amargo licor, and then you just like go from one end to the extreme to the next, and I'm like, dude, there was like, that's what I'm talking about as far as the transition. You got to know how to read your crowds and know how to basically what they call rotating your crowd. You go in sets.
That kind of leads to my next question: is from your experience and then from meeting other DJs and things like that, what makes a bad DJ?
If I've seen some where they make it about themselves and it's not, and they play what they want to hear. That's a big no-no.
That would be my problem. If I was a DJ, I would play what I wanted to hear.
You'd be like, I don't care what you want to hear. This is I'm jamming.
I play a Netflix movie just because I'm bored.
That is a big thing for me. And of course, I've played with big bands too, with doing events with bands and stuff like that.
Los Tigres del Norte?
No, I have not done that yet. That's a bucket. That is a bucket list though. But I've seen some where they sound bad and they're just like, all you hear is it sound like a dog. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't understand a word you just said. I don't. I'm dead serious.
Are you okay, Zach?
I'm just listening, bro. Is that okay?
I don't. I've seen DJs bring way too much equipment for. My thing is, you want to be loud enough.
Imagine a fucking DJ just showing up with like a vest on and
TVs.
I'm telling you,
like TV strapped to his back.
I'm telling you. I see some, man, let me tell you, I see some crazy stuff out there, man. I see some crazy shit.
Like a whole GTA character walking in.
But here's the thing, and I've seen that where I've seen a lot of these, they'll bring a badass setup with TV screens, video and all that, but they don't know the craft.
Yeah.
It's not about the flash. It's about your craft.
Ooh.
Dude pulls up in a big ass trailer.
I mean, he over there like he
got two speakers in there.
Yeah, it looked like he with a band. Looked like he opening up for a band, and it just. But I've seen that happen where I've seen a DJ come in, and literally they put enough speakers out there, and it's for a band. And what I put over here down the road, I sound better than him because they don't know how to set it up. Because I've run sound for bands too. I've done that as well.
But does your fucking fan not work or what?
It does. We
It's
just
hot than a
we just never
motherfucker.
turn it on.
Yeah.
It's hot. I think it was cold in here.
Probably because I'm fat.
Yeah, probably got something to do with it.
So we get hot on those fat boys.
That's crazy, DJ life.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into this.
DJ Suavecito on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, MySpace, Kick, AOL. Remember Kick, bro?
He said AOL.
Hey,
Wow.
hey, kick me.
Hey, Kick. Remember that? Did you ever experience that? Probably not, right?
What's your kick?
Yeah.
It used to be like the secret text message. Just
That'd be crazy.
The secret?
It's like secret text.
it was like a
messages,
messaging app, but you did it
secretly.
like secret.
That way
You
Yeah.
could delete the app and shit. And,
Right.
Yeah.
You
That's
guys
when
are
you were trying to, play on the cool.
Well, you didn't get girls, so
Yeah. So you didn't have game back in the day.
yeah.
Wow.
I really didn't.
So yeah.
You said you've been doing the DJ life for 25 years?
Yeah.
Do you fucking listen?
I'm just repeating what he said.
I'm just kidding, bro. I'm sorry.
What was it? See, you made me forget what I was gonna ask.
Sorry.
Like, what's one of the reasons why you still do it? After a long time. You have your job. It's a good job, I would think so.
You want him to quit or what?
No. I'm just asking, like, why you still doing it?
I honestly, I enjoy entertaining people. That's it. I honestly have tried to step away several times, but then I keep getting calls. Hey, and I shoot my price, and we'll do it.
That's kind of what happened with this recently show that you're on Mondays now. It's like when I first started, you weren't doing it, and then you told me like, oh, I'm doing this show, and I was like, oh.
I was recently on another show on the same station, and there was just some disagreements and stuff that I didn't. How do you say? I just wasn't vibing with certain things, and I kind of wanted to do things my own way, so I just left. And I thought about going to internet radio, which is that's a big thing right now because eventually I think in about 5 or 6 years you're not going to see FM radio anymore.
What is internet radio?
Basically, radio stations that are on the internet, like they're on apps.
Like iHeartRadio.
Right.
Like Pandora.
like the Frost Line podcast.
Yeah. So I left and I got a call back say, hey, well, we want you to come back because you're really good at what you do, but we want you to have your own show. And I said, well, and I said, well, let me sleep on it. And so I was offered to do my own. And so that's what I've been doing for the last, 3 or 4 months now.
That radio station you're talking about? Or what was it again?
La Mejor 107.3.
107.
On Mondays, 8 to 10.
Yeah, and that's a good question. Like, what made you still do it? Because you do a lot. Like, and this is just me, like, from us working at the dealership and observing and working, like, whenever there's something wrong with the vehicle, they're like, man, I hope Angel's here. Like, I bet, are you the same way?
Yeah.
Like, if Angel's not here,
I don't even go into the back.
fucked.
I'm just like, oh
I'm
man,
fucked.
I can't do it today.
Damn, like, if you're not there, bro, there's no way nothing gets done. For a salesman, like, if you were to take a whole vacation off, bro, I feel like that
I'm
place
not
would go
coming to work.
shit.
I'm not coming to work.
Literally. Because, like, we sell a vehicle and there's something wrong with it. Like, hey, can you check this out real quick? Like, we're like, okay, we gotta take it to Angel, and you like get it done. Like, but you get upset. You're like, oh, I guess you gotta stop doing what I fucking like.
That shit's so funny, bro.
Like, I guess I'll stop doing what I'm doing right now.
Well, it's because a lot of times, not only, I mean, you got to think how many salesmen.
Let me guess, he's waiting.
How many?
Angel, you funny, bro.
Hey, I get frustrated at times with my job because
And that's why. That's
I feel
why,
like
that's why it's
it's if people just realized what I do,
and that's why. Like,
it's and there's good days and bad days. I'm not gonna lie, just like everything else. How many salesmen do we have at the
I
dealership?
think we have
like
like
20.
18 now.
So you got to think, I have sometimes 3 or 4 at the same time.
Hey, I just sold this car. I need this done.
Yeah. But I've also, every day I try to come in with a clear mind, a clear attitude, and it's a new day, and but I appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
We
Like,
come
and
back
that's
to-
literally me not just saying it's cool on the podcast. I'm like, damn, because for some reason I always have fucking problems with my fucking customers' vehicles. I need to take it back there, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm back
sell
there,
broken
and I'm-
vehicles to your
and
customers?
shut the fuck. And I'm back there waiting for like 25 minutes. I'm like,
You're selling them hoodoos.
yeah. I'm back there waiting for like 25 minutes, waiting for you to come back. Like, hey, is Angel here today? Angel here today? Where's he at? I feel like I
I'm
probably do the same
always
way
there.
too, right?
Oh yeah,
I'm
but
always
I
there.
usually call him if I'm.
He
I
does.
just wait at his office. I'm like, hey Angel, are you about to be back at the dealership? And then I leave him a sticky note on his keyboard.
Bro, I
and
know
my
when you
key.
take lunch now.
Why?
Cause like I just like from 11:30 to like 12:30, you're probably not gonna be there. You're on
No, I
lunch.
usually go at about
He's like,
12:30 or 1
From
because
11:30 to like 4. So
I usually go about 12:30 or 1 because my boss goes at noon, so at least try to have some kind of management there.
Yeah.
So sometimes I try to go about 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Sometimes it's later, just depends if I'm busy and
yeah,
sometimes
but
it's later.
and then going back to what Alvaro had asked you, why is he doing it? Because you do it like you're doing the radio station, you're doing the Lowrider Car Club. Because I'm sure you got to do some kind of stuff to it. Your work and whatever else you do with your family and then
Yeah.
all this. I don't know how you because you work every single day at the dealership, pretty much.
I work 6 days a week, every other weekend.
So you're part time. Okay, cool. I'm just
Pretty much.
like you work a lot you work the same hours we do from 8:30 or earlier than that. What time
I
do you
usually
work?
get there about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
and
service
then-
opens up before.
Yeah, we
Damn.
open up at
But you're there
I
till
should
like-
get there at 7, but
And you're there pretty much all day until we're there. And then you got to
yeah.
go worry about the radio station on Mondays. And then when do you do the car club? Just on Saturdays and shit?
No, I mean, we just like right now. This is kind of coming toward the end of, I guess, the season of a lot of the shows and stuff that have been coming up. Because usually in the wintertime, you don't see a lot of the car shows and stuff because it's the weather, and that's when a lot of times we work on our cars and stuff like that. So, but it hasn't really been. It's been busy as far as car shows and stuff like that, but it hasn't been too bad. It is a lot to juggle, and I've been doing it for so long. It comes natural, and I don't even think about it.
That's a badass shirt. Where'd you get it from?
Actually, this is a good friend of mine. His name is Lewis.
Who, that guy?
No, this guy. And it's on the Boulevard video. So shout out to my boy Lewis. And he always, anytime we do like any of the cruises or the car shows, he comes and does a whole video of it, and he's badass out of San Antonio.
So did he make that shirt?
Yeah.
That's a clean ass
Do you
shirt.
remember those shirts with like the lowriders? I think it was called lowriders.
The homies.
Homies. Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember or no?
I was talking about that
He is
earlier.
white.
Matter of fact, I was talking about that with Juan earlier. We were
Yeah.
talking about the homies, the figures. Remember the little
Yeah, the
action
figures and the
stuff?
shirts. No.
Yeah.
I'm white.
He is white. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, I guess you weren't that Mexican.
He said the homies. You know what that is? You been talking about the good friends?
That's my homie.
So what does the future have for Angel or DJ and DJ Suavecito?
What are some kind of goals you see yourself kind of wanting to be at?
I honestly, one of my goals a short-term goal is to honestly leave this COVID shit behind. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to hear about it. I'm tired of people dying from it. You know, I wish, honestly, I could wish I could just wake up tomorrow and this was all just a blur with the pandemic. You know, I want to have, at some point, I would like to have my own radio station, you know. I would like to have that. I like to have my own shop where we just do like custom build lowriders and stuff like that.
That'd be clean.
You know,
That would.
but I do like my job. I like the people I work for and the people I work with. You know, the company that we work for, the
environment.
The environment, the management, you know, they've always been open arms to me. The owner has, you know, always been with open arms to me. So, you know, I can honestly say I'm blessed.
Yeah.
You see yourself retiring from that job? Where you're
You
at
know,
now?
I don't know what the future holds. I mean, but really don't know. You know, who knows? I may be called to do another, you know, to take another path and close this chapter and open up another one later on in life. I don't know. I still got a lot of tread on these tires to move. So
That's good.
Yep.
I mean, you don't know. You just have to take life by the horns and just run with it, you know? And that's why I am who I am, and I don't hold back from nothing. And people tell me that I'm too blunt, and I'm just like, but I'm just going to tell you like it is, whether you like it or not, because I think that's what this world misses. I think we, as a society, have been too lax, and we try to, this world tries to sugarcoat everything. And I think that's a big problem. I really do, you know? I think it's a big problem.
What was that?
That was a
Eric farted.
bullfrog.
What the fuck was that?
Eric shit himself.
Yeah. He sharted.
Yeah, I gotta go real quick.
But that's, I mean, you can't worry about things you can't control, basically. You can't.
You still trying to DJ like in the future?
You know, I mean, if I'm able to still do it, yes. You know, if I'm still able to entertain people still call me, hey, we want you to do this, want you to do that. You know, and you always got to keep up with music too, even though some of
That's
this music
true.
that
Oh, that is true too.
you got to keep up. You got to know what's trending. You know what kind of music, and some of this music. I mean, I can't stand it, but you have to keep up with it.
I can only imagine.
You
Like
have
Baby
to,
Shark and look at that.
you know, but you have to keep up with it because that's just, you know, you have to keep what's going, like you said, what's trending. You have to, you know, and I do my best to do that. You know,
Cool.
It's not easy sometimes.
Well, I mean, that's the end of this. We got to the end of this episode.
We're above an hour. So, yeah.
But I want to officially invite all three of
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
to my show.
I'll do it. What's up? Tomorrow?
I
Look
think
at
we talked about September the 13th, right?
13th.
Yeah, the 13th. I officially invite you guys, the False Line Podcast, to join myself, Suavecito, and my co-host Sunflower Rodriguez Waco's Down on Mondays.
Sunflower?
Yeah.
That's a unique name.
That's
Sunflower
her,
Rodriguez?
Rodriguez.
That's her real name?
Her name is Sylvia, but her radio name is
Sunflower? What's your radio
I like
name?
that. Suavecito.
Suavecito?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I want a radio name.
Bitch, you're not a radio personality.
Like you're not a radio personality.
Yeah.
Nice. Good grammar. Yeah.
So
what they're
I would love
called.
to be on it. What,
Yeah.
what do we do? Are we gonna be fucking? You
well,
make us sing
I want.
shit or what?
Well,
I would sing the fuck out of a song for you.
I'm sure you would.
except for you.
You're gonna hear him. He's gonna be off the air, but he's gonna be singing his ass
Yeah.
off. You know what I mean? No, but I do want y'all to. I would like for y'all to come on and talk about the podcast and talk about as young men in the car business and stuff like that, and the misconception that people think about car salesmen that y'all are just some shady sons of bitches.
And I bet you got a lot of people who listen to your radio station, right?
Oh yeah, we got a pretty good following.
Ooh.
And
That'd be good.
all I'm gonna tell y'all is,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all right, it ain't their fault that you got bad credit.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
all I'm
you.
gonna tell
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you for saying that.
you. It is not their fault when you got that high percentage rate because you don't know how to pay your bills. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm serious. It is not anybody else's fault but yours if you have bad credit. It's not anybody else's fault. I didn't make you not pay your
I'm
bills.
talking about you, bro.
I'm straight talking about you. I'm just kidding. I'm serious.
We're
You know?
gonna start doing that when we hit a customer with the interest rate. Hey, let me get my friend. He actually works here. He got the same exact interest rate as you.
He's gonna explain all this
Yeah.
to you.
That boy, he.
And he's gonna come up
So
there.
that
It's
way
not
you
his
don't-
fucking fault.
You don't think we're ripping you off? An actual worker has the same exact interest rate, 38.4.
Wow. Oh, you talking about Alvaro?
That's a good sales tactic, bro.
That
Think
would
about
be.
it. Think about it.
He even got himself a car. We can't do nothing about the interest rate. That's his interest rate.
Like,
Yeah.
You're gonna pay interest rate for 15 years.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna be on your show.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Good experience.
So y'all stay tuned for that.
Exposure.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on FM radio.
Yeah.
Something different.
Crazy.
Glad to have you on, man. One
Thank
last shout out to DJ Suavesito on Facebook, Instagram, what
TikTok.
else? TikTok. Make sure to follow it. If y'all know anybody who wants to about to do an event and y'all want to plan a DJ and book one, a good one that's not expensive.
But he is. You get what you pay for. So.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's,
yeah, you're right. If you want to,
And I work with people.
pay an arm
Like,
and a leg. Come on, let's go to him. I guess. Look at that. Like he said, he works with people. If there's a certain budget you want to try to be around, just sit down and talk to him, and I'm sure he'll
Work
make sure you
some
guys
out.
get a good deal.
And I also put this out there. There's a lot of times if I'm booked, there's a network of people that I work with. So if I can't do it, I will definitely put y'all with somebody that will take care of y'all.
Ooh, yeah. There you
A
go.
network of DJs.
Awesome.
Any words, Zachary?
No, thanks for coming on, man. I'm really glad y'all didn't do it last week because I wouldn't have recorded with y'all. So glad something came up for you too.
Yeah.
That made it to where we didn't record. So, yeah.
I just want to say I appreciate everyone who's showing love on TikTok. That shit's taking off. It motivates me a lot. It really does. It's like, okay, this shit's serious. Got to keep pushing, make the clips, have trending conversations, good clips to put on the internet to get more traction on this podcast. And hopefully we can go a long way.
I want to see y'all do the milk crate challenge.
I would
At
do
work.
it.
We didn't even fucking talk before.
I would do it.
I want to see y'all do it at work.
You a pussy?
I'll do it.
Dude, I'll
I would
bust
do
my
it.
shit.
I would too,
look,
but I would do
look
it.
how skinny I am, bro. I'll be good at it.
I would want to see him do it.
Did you see the one about that guy? My favorite one, and that guy was rolling the blunt all the
He
way
did
up.
it.
And,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
He did not skip a beat.
Oh, what was that?
There's
Yeah,
a guy
he
who fell
did
and landed
not-
straight on his face.
Yeah.
I seen some fucked up ones, dude. They're bad.
Have you seen like the really fat people? Why do they try that? I mean, you have to know how that's going to turn
I
out.
know. Yeah.
You already can't
They're
balance.
because they want to trend
Yeah,
on
good thing
TikTok.
I'm not fat, so. Whatever. But hey, man, that's going to conclude our episode today.
145.
Thank y'all.
145.
5 more episodes, and we're gonna go for episode 150. That gonna be lit.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Thank you.
It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah.
We've had a conversation about it. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for listening. If you're on Spotify, Apple, Google, YouTube, whatever platform you're on, I appreciate you guys listening. Keep showing love, like, subscribe, share. I promise you guys, I'm working very hard. I am trying to learn little tips and tricks, just how to grow the podcast. So keep showing love. Peace.